Hi, I'm Claire and I'm so pleased to be a subject matter expert on inclusion and wellbeing with Cahoot. I've spent my career working around the world in government, education, not-for-profit and corporate sectors, and all of these experiences have had one common thread: inclusion and learning. But how do you get to become an expert in anything? Well, I think by applying theories and concepts that you've learned to real-world situations, and by making mistakes, learning from them and adapting, you then become innovative and more resilient. You then learn how to share this knowledge with others based on all of the great stories that you've gained from your experience. Cahoot gives us the best platform to share that with you. I think Cahoot's secret sauce is the people behind that platform. The creative professionals working hard to ensure our message is elevated. And what I can bring to the table is a unique lens on the world, thanks to my autism, my international experience, and my passion for inclusion and well-being. Why am I passionate about inclusion and well-being? Forget the obvious proven business benefits of inclusion, which are improved productivity, engagement, and bottom line increases. What's important now is sustainability, humanity, and the future. Behaviours and cultures promoting inclusion and well-being, they're no longer the soft skills or the nice-to-haves. They are the hardest skills to achieve, but amongst the most important business imperatives to implement. People are not willing to sacrifice themselves, their mental health, or their families for work anymore, unless it's meaningful and they feel safe, seen, and heard. Inclusion and well-being, done well and authentically, can be the difference between a business attracting and retaining the right diverse pool of talent that will create innovative solutions to future problems. Without it, the success of business and our society at large is simply jeopardized. Well, number one, businesses, agencies, not-for-profit charities, schools, wherever you are, invest in your people and create pathways to building knowledge and capacity in inclusion and in well-being. For individuals, I'd say start reading, listening and looking for ways to build your own knowledge outside of what you already know and outside of your own experience. Speak to people who are different from you, watch different news channels and be open to other perspectives. Tip number 2 would be to make real space for this work and do it authentically. By relying on an individual contributor in an HR department who's going to come and wave a magic wand and have no resources to fix the entire culture, you're setting it all up for failure. So by building a team of senior leaders and allies, experts, external partners, and bringing in people with their stories and their experiences, you then spread the impact of the work. Know that it all takes a lot of time and not everyone's going to be on board. But if you ensure that the structures are in place to hold people accountable, you can then break down barriers to full inclusion and equity. And my third tip would be to listen and create safe spaces for people to tell you how things can be improved for them. Listen to them, believe them, amplify their voices, give opportunities, and then respect and value difference. Then you take steps to close the gaps that have been created over a really long period of time. That sounds like a lot, but the courses I deliver will help address all of these areas and more in a really safe, non-judgmental learning community that's built on reflection, respect, and a commitment to change and continuous learning. Diversity is being asked to the party, inclusion is being invited to dance, and belonging is dancing like nobody's watching. It's important to have time off, so I think for me it would be painting and writing poetry in the snowy Norway in a cabin with some nice wine or a bottle of my favourite local Scottish whiskey, and then I'd have some classic jazz records playing in the background. Then I might have some card games and Scrabble set up, we'd watch a French movie, and then eat some melted cheese in my feather-trimmed silk pyjamas. That sounds ideal.